Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome to the Must Love Yarn podcast. It's Wednesday, which seems to be our new record day, which is fine because it means we're able to bring you the podcast a day sooner. I don't think anybody's complaining about that.
It uploaded at like 1:30 a.m. last time.
Yeah,
It was so funny.
I try to spend the afternoon editing it, and then as soon as I get done editing it, I start the upload because I know it's going to take a while. And I think Kelly and I were having a little chat. I can't remember if it was after we started recording or not, but I'm pretty sure that my laptop uploads faster than my iPad. So who knew? But anyway, this is a podcast about yarn and knitting and crocheting and sometimes spinning and some other random stuff, where we normally podcast from our yarn shop in Shelburne, Vermont. Kelly is there currently podcasting, and I am at home. Hopefully getting the light situation is a little bit better this week, and we're just trying to stay connected with everybody and bring you some level. I think we've sorted out most of our technical difficulties, though I'm sure there'll be some new thing to contend with because that seems to be the name of the game these days.
Yep.
So you can find the store out on all social media. The retail walk-in portion of the store is not open, as we are not allowed to be open in Vermont currently, but we can still take online orders and some call-in orders with limited curbside pickup. So we're not in the store full time, where Kelly's only there certain days. So that needs to be coordinated, but it is possible. We're also shipping most orders for free at this point in the US. So
Yes, and I was able to set the setting so orders of $15 or more are shipping free.
Yay.
And so that's automatic, so you don't have to put in a code for that, which means we're bringing back our pick of the week this week.
So excited.
I know.
All right, well, let's get some of our other preliminaries out of the way, and then we can get into our pick of the week. So
excellent.
I'm Angela.
And I'm Kelly.
And you can find me out on social media, Instagram and Ravelry, as Junior Bird Kid.
And you can find me on Instagram as Kelly O Spins and on Ravelry as Kelly Spins.
And feel free to follow or friend us on either of those platforms. Though I will say with a caveat that my Instagram page is my personal page, so you're going to see lots of other stuff out there. Consider yourself warned. We do have a podcast and store mascots. They are a mob of meerkats. I have 3 of them at home with me, and I have once again forgotten them because I am a good meerkat mom. But
they're playing. They're all playing.
They're
so,
out playing. I sent them outside because it's kind of sunny here today.
It's really nice.
So they're out shenanigating outside, and but they have their own Instagram account, so feel free to follow them as well. And I'll put all that information up on the screen for you.
Excellent.
Yes. So Kelly, what exciting thing do we have for our pick of the week this week?
So I was sitting here and I was trying to remember if we actually did this one or not. We may have. I think, did we? I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know. I can't answer that question for you.
I'm just going to do it anyway, even if we did, because I love this. It's a yarn that I've been working with, and I really, really, really like it. So I'm doing the Solo Lino yarn, the Lana Grossa yarn.
Nice.
And this is the linen. It's 80% recycled linen and 20% new linen. And it's so soft. It feels like silk. And typically I'm not one who really enjoys working on like 100% cotton or even 100% linen, but I've really been enjoying this. I'll show you my project a little later on that I've been knitting. I've been knitting that little t-shirt out of this, and I really like it. And I think we have done this before because I kind of remember talking about it.
I can't remember if it was a pick or if we just talked about it. It could go either.
I know. Well, I'm sorry if you've already seen this and we've done this before, but I hope you enjoy it because I know a lot of people are starting to think about summer knits, tank tops and t-shirts and little little cardigans and things. And I really, really like this yarn. So it is Lana Grossa and it's Solo Lino is the name of the yarn. And it's $9.50 a skein. So our pick of the week, if you're new to us or just want a refresher, we do 10% off whatever item we pick. And it's good for 2 weeks, the coupon code. And now that we've got the free shipping set up, if you buy 2 skeins, you're automatically gonna
Nice.
have free shipping on them. So, or a skein and something else, you're automatically gonna have free shipping. So they're 50-gram skeins and they're about 130 or so yards. And there's really, really good colors. Oops. And they're little balls and the yarn likes to flop around on them. So these are kind of our really bright colors. And then there's some great lighter kind of seaside oceany colors too. I love them. Let's see if I can get them all. Oh, there they are. Look at those.
Nice.
I know. They're really, really lovely. I thought about doing like a striped tank or something in some of these.
Ooh, that would be fun. Like that
They go so well together. Look at those.
darker kind of dusky rose color and either the lighter pink or the tan color, light tan
Yeah.
color. Would be gorgeous.
I know. I love it. And yeah, I've really been enjoying the knit that I've been doing with this. So technically it's a sport weight but it's quite thin. You can do a lot of pieces that call for like a heavy fingering. You could do that, or if you wanted it to be a little looser and lighter and drapier, you could knit it at more of a DK gauge. So, you can kind of play with it a lot, but it is going to have a lot of drape to it. And it washed beautifully too. I washed my swatch, and as linen does, it got softer and just really, really lovely. So
Nice. Awesome.
Yep. So if I think we could do weekly pick solo
Okay.
for the pick, and yeah,
Is that solo just like SOLO?
correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Want to make sure I spell it correctly.
Yep, it is SOLO. So
Okay. Sounds good.
yeah,
Nice. Awesome. So
So-
that'll run for 2 weeks.
2 weeks. Yep.
Cool. That's exciting that we got that free shipping thing figured out. So now we can
Yeah,
start doing picks of the week again.
I know.
Awesome.
Yep.
Excellent. So I have an FO. I have an unblocked FO.
You do?
Yeah, I haven't blocked it yet because I'm scared to block it.
Oh, I know what it is.
I think vinegar's my friend.
Yep, I agree.
All right, so, and I think I got the light situation figured out in here so I can show this without it looking like a giant dark blob. Oh yeah, the light is way better.
Ooh, pretty.
So I finished Maritimo,
Nice.
and it, as you can see, the lace on it, it definitely needs to be blocked because it's lace is kind of goofy. And particularly if it's next to stockinette, like if it's all
Yeah.
not all lace, then sometimes you can get by. But when it's next to stockinette like that, you can really tell that there. Now I'm getting glare. So this is done. So this, I need to block it, and I will try to do that some point. So it's done.
Woohoo!
Woohoo!
I almost have an FO, but it's not yet.
Nice.
So,
Oh, you're laughing. Is there a story there?
Oh, you're just gonna, I was looking through some of my project bags that had projects in them. I was like, I wonder what's in here.
Oh,
So, because I was looking for something in particular. And I opened it up. I'm like, oh my God, I never finished those socks. They're socks that I have been working on since we were in the other location with the store.
oh boy.
Yeah, well, I've got a lot of those old, especially socks, because I'll get one done or I'll get something done or 1.5 done. And then I'm like, oh, something else.
Ooh, shiny.
You are totally going to remember these.
Oh, yes.
Remember these?
Yeah.
So these are, I'm pretty sure these are the One Twisted Tree. I'll have to go
Yeah,
back and
that
look, but
was
I'm pretty sure.
way long ago.
Yeah, that was when we first moved into our space,
Yeah, when we
pretty
first
much.
opened. Yeah.
So like 2015, 2016, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
So yeah, so they were basically to here.
And those are toe up, right? So you're literally just have
They're
cuffs.
toe up, 2 at a time. I already started the cuffs. So yeah, I was like here, I knit an inch and then started the cuffs. I'm like, I'm gonna finish these because then I'll have another pair of socks to wear.
Exactly.
Yeah. So they're toe up, they're a short row heel, and they're very bright and colorful, and they're 2 at a time. So seriously, when I get the cuff done on them, they're done.
Is that the late night light bright color?
Oops, sorry. I don't remember.
Yeah.
I don't think it's that one because I don't think I bought that one.
I'm just trying to think of which of her colors that one might
Well,
be.
I've got her Diagon Alley one, but I think
I want to say I think that one, the late night
that
light bright, has more blue
mm,
in it because I have socks in that colorway. Not that one, the late night light bright.
yeah.
Um,
I can't remember because I have another pair that's really bright and colorful like these, and I'm trying to remember if that one's Diagon Alley or if this one is. But it's in my show notes, so I'll link it there.
nice.
Or it's not in well, it's
It
in
will be in show notes.
Yeah, it's in Ravelry, so I will be able to look it up and then I can put it in show notes so that everybody will know. But she's not dying anymore, unfortunately.
No,
Anyway, so, but yeah, I was like, wow.
Yeah. A blast from the past.
Oh my gosh.
Well, and like you said, this is a great time to be doing some partially finished project reorganization and finding those projects where you're super close and maybe just needs a little bit of attention, and then you'll have a sock to wear.
Yep.
That'll be cool.
And I was like, these are so close. This is one thing I can check off my list like really easily.
Yeah.
And I'll feel so much better when I do.
Nice.
Yeah.
I hear you. I'm working on this. This is the second pair of the Hogwarts House socks that Kelly did the tube for me. So I got the cuff done on actually both of the socks, and I separated for the toe. So this one I'm working on the toe, and then I'll do the toe on the other one, and then I just have to do the heels. And I will have 2 new pairs of socks out of 1 tube and 1 sock tube done. So nice. I can maybe tackle the giant sock tube roll that Kelly did for me. And then I can feel less guilty about being like, Kelly, can you make me some more tubes, please?
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. I'm lining up. I've got some cotton blend sock yarn. Ooh. So I'm lining that up to get those cranked out and in the store in kits. So yeah. Ooh. I know.
That would be fun.
Yeah. Yep. So
sorry if my Zoom just beeped. I thought that I had shut down the text messages and my phone's in airplane mode, but apparently it came into my iPad, which is also linked to my laptop.
It
And
wasn't
is,
that loud.
okay.
Not in my earphones anyway, so.
Okay. It was louder in mine. So I'm sorry, podcast land, if you got a loud ding. My apologies. Now I know I need to also put my iPad in airplane mode.
So
So
I have a half of a finished something.
awesome.
Well, actually, it's more like a little bit more than a quarter. It's probably like a third of a finished something because the sleeves on this, they're long, but it's like a really drop shoulder sweater. So I finished the back on this big fuzzy sweater
Nice.
that I'm doing. So it's done.
Awesome.
And what I started, and I just finished my row so I can show it. I started the front. So it's, I'm cruising right along.
You are cruising right along. Look at that.
So then I've got to show. I've got to show the shoulder seams together.
The shoulder seams.
Yeah, so then I have to sew the shoulder seams together and then pick up for the sleeves, and the sleeves are knit down. But the sleeves are left like really loose all the way to the end. And so they actually, because it's a really low drop shoulder, the sleeves don't start until about here because the shoulder drops to here and then the sleeves start. But I'm thinking, I think that like maybe for like 4 or 5 inches, I'm going to do a tighter rib because because I'm so busy and always doing things with my hands. I don't like really like loose sleeves.
Yep.
So I don't mind it. So I think I'm going to kind of taper them down. So they might like puff out a little bit into here and then they'll be tighter.
Nice.
Yeah.
So I just realized I totally forgot to ask you what you were wearing because I'm not wearing any hand knit. Well, I'm wearing hand knit socks, but I'm not wearing anything. I'm wearing a tie-dyed Minnie Mouse t-shirt. It's what I'm wearing.
Nice. Oh, I'm wearing this is my Limitless cowl that I did, and it was here at the store, so I just threw it on because I didn't have any knitwear on before then either. And this is the version 3 so that I did. So I brought them here to live here, but
Nice.
it's nice because I can shop here for my own my own articles of clothing because
That's true.
I've got sweaters and cowls and things on display. So
Well, it's always an upside.
it's like coming and like having a closet at my disposal.
Your own knitwear closet.
Right.
Yes. Awesome.
Yep.
I did finish that crocheted Pokeball, and as I predicted, it has been absconded with. I haven't even had a chance to take a picture of it. I will try to track it down and take a picture so I can put it in so you can see it. But yes, it has disappeared.
Nice.
I could barely even clip the yarn from like weaving in a couple of ends before it disappeared. So
Oh boy.
yeah. So I guess I had that as an FO too, though it's an MIA FO at this point. That might have to be the title of our podcast, the MIA FO. So the other thing, really the only other thing I've been working on is I got a couple more squares done for my blanket of calm.
Nice.
Let me see, that's not them. So I had switched over to this lighter colored yarn. And so I have, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have a 7th one that I'm kind of in the middle of. So, a few more. I'll have to do like a square count at some point and see where I am. Though my number of Zoom meetings has declined recently, which I'm not actually sad about. So a little less just, sitting and crocheting granny squares, which is fine. Totally fine. I've been working on my All Points South cowl slash poncho. So that's what I've been mostly working on. And I'm at the point where I have about 300 stitches on the needles.
Wow.
Yes. The end is in sight though. I am getting there. So ooh, that's actually, you can really see the red in with the purple.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, the screen shows backwards to what I'm doing. So if I'm looking awkward, that's why. So this is knit top down. So this is actually the top of the poncho shawl. And like at most of the patterns by Casapinka, there's a lot of interesting texture and color changes and other things that just kind of keep the knitting process fun without getting too monotonous. And a good way to use up 3 skeins of sock yarn. So maybe I'll have this one done when we podcast next. That would be exciting.
That is exciting.
Mm-hmm.
The only other thing I've been working on, and I haven't been working on it a ton, is that top that I may have making out of that linen. So you'll be able to see something that is made out of it. Well, not that far along out of it. Right there. I just finished that row. So I'm making the Brandolin top. And it's like a little t-shirt with little cap sleeves. And it's on kind of a short cable, so it's really hard to see too. But I really like working with this yarn.
Oh, that's beautiful looking.
Yeah, it's so soft, and after it's washed, it's even softer. I mean, it's super soft anyway because of that, using that recycled linen, you know, it's so soft. So that's, I haven't gotten very far since the last time I showed you because I think I've only just put a couple rows on because I've mostly been working on this guy. So
Nice.
yeah.
I picked out the yarn for the Elton sweater.
Nice.
So I think I was hemming and hawing, so I had to go to the store to get the mohair to go in the Elton sweater, and I really liked the white.
Mm-hmm.
But I put it down and walked away because my lifestyle is not conducive to wearing a sweater with white mohair in it, and I was going to be pretty honest about that. So this is the main yarn. This is Legacy Fiber Arts. This is their sweater weather, and this is the original version. So the first version 1.0 when they first released it. So it's got, trying to get this without being super blown out. I'm getting bounce on the, now it's too much light. No, there we go. So it's got some oranges and some purples and some whites, and it's just, you know, lots of different stuff going on, and the white really looked amazing. But I ultimately decided on the rust.
That'll be pretty.
Yeah.
I like that.
Thank you. So there is this same sort of rust color in this, speckled in this yarn. And yeah, I waffled because a purple, I could have used a navy blue. And I just kind of liked the way to keep it a little more monochromatic.
Yeah.
In that regard. So I think as soon as I finish the All Points South, that will be the next larger project, sort of sweater cast on.
Nice.
Barring anything else sort of catching my eye, ooh, shiny, which could totally happen.
Well, I started swatching for something new.
Ooh.
And it's yarn that I got, I don't know, a few weeks ago, maybe a little longer ago than that. But Jennifer Seingast did 50% off of like all of her self-published patterns.
Yeah.
And she's got so many that I like. So this is Mid Coast, and it's a fingering weight.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, that's
I don't really see it, but that's what it looks like. So it's 3 colors. And I, of course, didn't bring the other 2 colors that I'm using, but I'm swatching for it. And I'm using Quince & Co. Finch.
Nice.
And that's going to be my main color. It's going to be bright.
Ooh,
So I
I
also
like
have
that.
apricot and petal as my 2 other colors. So it's going to be very like tropical-y looking, I think.
Nice.
But I think it'll be kind of fun. It's going to be completely different than the, the picture. But yeah, so I'm in the process of swatching for it. And it's such a squishy, round, bouncy yarn, the Finches. So
Awesome.
and Quince & Co. has extended, so they were going to make it so that we could sell their yarns online, which they typically don't allow their retailers to do, because they have an online store. But they have extended that. It was going to go until the end of April, and now they have extended it till the end of May. So we're going to
Awesome.
be able, so we're going to be able to keep selling Quince & Co. yarns on our website, any of the ones that we've got in stock, until the end of May at least.
Fantastic.
Yeah, which is super helpful, which is, which they wanted to do. They wanted to do whatever they could to support their retailers. So, yep.
Awesome. So
Yep.
check that out. I was perusing some of those the other day because I saw them out on the website. So, because that's definitely what I need is more yarn and more projects.
Right. I know.
Whatever.
I know.
Nice.
Yeah.
Fun. So you want to see the headbands that I've been sewing? Talk more about these in outtakes. My small injury, sewing related. I feel like if you guys haven't seen the YouTube video with the mask
Kim.
by K.
Okay, that's right. Oh my God. That's hysterical.
It's super funny. I felt a little bit like that with my sewing adventures. So anyway, there are these little reversible headbands.
Nice.
Again, mostly just kind of winging it. I loosely looked at some different ideas. So this one's this was the first one. So you can see that we've got some sharp corners there, and refined it a little bit with this one, doing a little bit of a gather. And the headband that caused the injury, I had actually made this part like really wide and thought like, oh, it'll make, and anyway, it was too much fabric for my, stay tuned for the outtakes to hear all the gory details. But anyway, so sort of my works in progress here for keeping my hair out of my face, for having something for Abigail to play with, and just using up some fabric, doing something fun. So
Nice.
Fun times with sewing. And yes, I do sew like I knit, which is by the seat of my pants. So, what could possibly go wrong?
What? Awesome.
For the outtakes to find out. Hi. Can you want to just wave, and do you want to take your headband, and can you go out? I'm almost done.
Yeah, because I don't have anything else to talk about.
I know. Can you take that? You want to model that for everybody?
Nice.
Yep, that's one way to do it right there.
I like it.
So we do have a few knit-alongs still going on. At this point, I'm holding out for prizes on the retro along till they're retro themselves. That's my new plan. But check out our Ravelry group for more details about our various knit-alongs. So yeah, I think our okay, my time has apparently expired, so we should probably call this a wrap.
We've done pretty well so far, so
We have. I feel pretty good about that. So,
Uh,
but anyway, so thank you everybody for stopping by. We
yep.
are so grateful to everyone who's continued to support the store and who's left nice comments on our YouTube channel and has joined us for virtual knit nights and knit groups,
which are still going.
We're still running them. If you're interested, please email us so we can get you the login credentials. That is the fastest way to ensure that we get you those details in a timely fashion.
Yep. hello@mustloveyarn.com is the easiest way to get emails to us.
Yes.
So, and then I'll just send you all the login information, and then you'll have it in your email. And those are the same logins we've got one for Sunday and one for Wednesday. And I've got all the information available. So
exactly.
We would love anybody. We've got people that are signing in from all over the place. It's really kind of fun. It'd be kind of fun to keep it like a screen up even when we do our regular knit groups.
Yeah.
And have it so that people from far away can join in if they want. That'd be kind of fun.
Exactly. So, well, we hope everybody is safe and well and managing. And we're trying our best to do this weekly at this point. I think we worked out all the kinks and have figured out a system that works for us. So we're going to keep trying to do that. So I guess until next week, hopefully. I'm going to start just saying until next time.
Until next time.
Next time, which hopefully will be next week, but I'm not making any promises.
Yep.
So, all right. It is definitely time to go. Barnyard animals in the background. See everyone later. Happy crafting. I think that's what I need to do. Yep. Okay. So we're recording now.
Ta-da.
Ta-da. I've got a little better light in here. I'm very excited. I figured out how to put pictures into the insert pictures. I knew I could do it. It's just a little bit different process. So all the ins and outs of the new program. I might keep the laptop version of the editing program because that seems to work okay.
Good.
It's all very exciting. And the upload speeds seem to be a little bit better when I'm doing it on the laptop. Like, it doesn't seem to take maybe as long as the iPad. I don't know what that's all about. Who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows? So, got some fun like hair stuff going on here because
mine's a little wacky today, but it's okay.
Abigail and I started making headbands.
Nice.
Yes, and then I actually have a sewing injury. I'm sure my mom will be rolling her eyes at me over this.
What happened?
So I was trying to sew too thick of fabric for my sewing machine, and I broke the needle. So that's fine. That's actually happened before. No big deal. But a shard of the needle flew off when it broke, and it actually caught me in the corner of the eye. It didn't get me in the eye, but it
oh my gosh,
impaled like the bottom part of my eyelid. Like, I can actually still feel where I got hit. So like there's a scratch or something there. It's not my eye, but like definitely the eyelid.
Wow.
Yeah, that was super not exciting.
I knew you needed safety glasses for sewing.
Apparently I need safety goggles for sewing.
Well, I'm glad it didn't get your eye. Oh my God.
Well, me too. I wasn't sure at first because I couldn't quite tell. But it appears that it's the bottom part of the eyelid. Like kind of in like by near where my tear duct is. So yeah, that was super, super exciting. So I haven't rehooked my sewing machine up since that happened because I'm like, it's probably a sign from the cosmos that I should just maybe take a little break from sewing. And perhaps that like quadruple thickness of headband you were trying to sew is maybe not the best idea. So let's come up with plan B. Yes. Yes, I tend to sew a little bit like I knit, which is just kind of fly by the seat of my pants. And, sometimes we have interesting outcomes because of it. So.
Kind of like swatching.
Yeah. Kinda. Yeah, a little bit like that. Yep.
Oh my God. So since we're in outtakes,
Yes.
I made Bob swatch. So he decided he wanted to do a sweater.
Okay.
And so I brought some yarn home for him to see if he liked it, and there weren't any of the colors that he really liked. He wanted a dark brown, and for whatever reason, we didn't have a brown that he liked in the store. So I was like, okay, well, I'll check stash and see if I have anything. And then I was like, oh my gosh, I started making this fisherman's knit sweater for him like years ago, and it just kind of got pushed aside. And I've got all of this yarn, and I was like, well, do you like this? And he's like, well, I don't want you to have to give up a project that you're working on. And I was like,
you're like, look, this project's like 10 years old. I think you can give it
at
up.
least. It's probably older than that. But because the yarn I have is Lion Brand Fisherman's Wool, and it's really old. They don't even make the color anymore that I use. It's kind of like a heather brown, but it's kind of like a gray brown. And yeah, so they don't even make the color anymore. But I've got plenty of the yarn, and so I made him swatch, and he was about this far into it, and he's like, is this far enough? How far do I have to go? And I'm like, well, usually I do a square, like a 6-inch square. And he's like, are you kidding me?
I feel like I need to send Bob a message and be like, look, here's the deal. Here's the deal with swatching. He'll be like, no.
So it was really funny. So since this is like first sweater or whatever, he's like, oh, I'll keep going. He's like, I want to do it right. He's like, if I have to. And I was like, well, we can probably get what we need off of what you've got, because he had worked on it a little bit longer, and he had probably like 2 inches. And he's like, well, how about this? He's like, I'll just keep doing this until we go to bed tonight, and then that'll be good. And he probably got 3 or 4 inches. And I was like, cool, that works. So I did take a swatch, but it was really funny. So the other thing, he does these really silly voices sometimes, and there was one for like, it was like a PSA, and it had Elmo in it. So he started doing potty mouth Elmo. I was laughing so hard.
Oh,
I was like,
God.
I'm gonna have to get like a little Elmo doll and like do little videos, because you would be in hysterics with it.
Yes.
It was so funny. I was like, you were the first person I thought of. I'm like, oh my God, I have to get a little Elmo doll so I can do videos and send these to Angela, because she would love them.
I would die.
It is hysterical. He sounds so much like Elmo. It's ridiculous.
I need that. I totally need that.
I was laughing. He started doing it again last night, and I was laughing so hard. Oh my God.
That's awesome.
I won't repeat what he was saying on here, because then we'd have to mark it as explicit. So
family-friendly podcast. Keep it clean. Just send it to me privately.
Exactly. Oh my God.
Holy smokes, that is awesome.
Yeah. So yeah, he was swearing at his swatch in an Elmo voice.
Nice. Did he like the brown that you have?
He did. Yeah.
Okay.
He did. So I'm basically using, for the pattern, the flax pattern.
Yep.
I'm not going to have him do the garter on the arms, down the arms, the sleeves.
Mm-hmm.
But I kind of just took the numbers off of that. And the other thing that I did too, so he's got two sweaters he really likes the fit of. They're commercial sweater. And so I took all the measurements off of those so I could kind of match it up to what size we were going to do. And the other thing that he did want is I asked him, I'm like, you know, the neck on these sweaters is higher in the back than it is in the front. Do you like that? Because otherwise, if then he wanted the neck to fit a little tighter on the one that he makes. And I'm like, otherwise it's going to cut into you a little bit more if we make a tighter neck. So he's like, yeah. So I ended up starting it and I did short rows in the back, so that the back of the neck is a little higher than the front. And then I handed it over to him. So I cast on, did the ribbing, did the short rows. And now he's getting going with the increases, the raglan increases and stuff, which I have to teach him how to do a knit front and back because he hasn't done that before.
Yep, that's a pretty easy one to master though.
Yeah.
Because I was gonna say, if he was lukewarm about the brown, I have, I think, 3 skeins of the Cascade. I'm trying to remember what it was called. It's the bigger. It's like
the Eco Wool.
The Eco Wool.
Yeah, I had some of that in green, and he's like, He's like, I kind of want a brown. I was like, okay.
Okay, because I have it in a brown.
Oh, do you?
Yeah. So, but if he's happy with yours, that's fine. Mine's been sitting for a while, so.
I know. I think he's going to be okay with the one that he's got, because we have some of the lark in the bark color, but it's a flat brown. It doesn't have any heathering or anything in it. And the one that I had, it was just a little bit lighter than he wanted. It wasn't like a really deep, super dark brown. And I think he wanted a little bit darker. But now that he's seen it knit up, he's liking it more, which I thought he would. So I think he'll be good with it. But thank you.
Yeah, no problem. File that one away if he decides he wants another brown sweater, because it's literally just sitting in the Eco Wool, the brown that I have. It's a darker brown. It's a little heathery, so it's
cool.
He probably would like it, but it's available.
Okay.
Clearly, I'm using it.
I know. I pulled out some yarn, and I have, a lot of it was from when Knits and Bolts closed. I have got some of the Eco Wool that I actually got before they said they were going to close. But I also have some of the Cascades, not the super wash, but the 220, the regular 220. And I was like, I completely forgot I had this. So I've got, and it's both of them are green. And I was like, well, apparently I'm going to be making some green sweaters.
Yeah, I think I bought the Eco Wool when Creative Habitat was going out of business. So maybe that's not as old as I thought. 6-ish years. That's still pretty old though. But yeah, so just, file that one away. Happy to, keep Bob in brown yarn. Of course, I keep threatening to make another Dark and Stormy cardigan with something where the collar will stand up a little better, and that would probably do it.
Yeah, probably would. Yeah.
So I don't know, Bob. You may be out of luck. I might, get on a jag here to knit something out of that brown yarn that I've had in stash for a gazillion years.
I know it was kind of good because I was going back and looking through some of my stuff. I'm like, oh, I've got some good stuff in here. I need to use it.
I know. I've been trying to do that a little bit as well. To just let's use some of this stuff. This has gotten a little ridiculous.
I know.
But
I'm going to tip this down a little bit. Whoa. There we go.
I know it's hard to get kind of close enough without feeling.
I know. I don't want to hit my cord for my headphones and microphone, but at the same time, I have to stay within a certain distance.
I need some social distancing from my computer screen. And I forgot those darn meerkats again. Oh well, I'll just have to insert another picture of them. I'll have to take some new pictures. Their Instagram account has been so quiet. I need to rectify that.
little masks on them and take a picture of them in masks.
I need to make some little masks if I was going to do that. Could probably whip some up with some scraps. I'm on it. That's funny.
Little bandanas.
Yeah. I probably wouldn't even, I could just cut the fabric and
tie it around their heads.
Back or something.
Yeah.
That's it. I'll do that. All right. Well, should we get this officially started?
Let's get it going.
All right. Sounds good.